Hello, my little humans. I'm No Pony Special, and today we will be looking at Kingdom Cheetor's tail gun upgrade. Now, I bought this off of eBay, where you could actually get your own. So we'll be taking a look at this, and yes, there is a little gold paint here that's my own personal doing. I was going to paint this gold and then put it back in, but I stopped midway because, well, I wanted to do this review first. So, what do we have to start with? Well, here we have Cheetor's main gun that he'll hold in his hand. And yes, this is very reminiscent of the original Cheetor's gun that we see in Beast Wars. It has a little 5mm PVC piece here that can be taken out. And personally, what I personally do, they don't show you this in the instruction. Simply slip it in on this side right here. And then voila, see, it doesn't flap around as much, and you get a nice clean back in. If you can't get this out, you can remove the top piece here and just take anything you can, and you could just push it all the way back to the opposite side, you know, just like a little slider, and lock that back on, and voila, you push it in, voila, we're back. Alright, there are several different modes for these guns. Here we have a secondary gun that actually makes the tail into a gun, so you have a real tail gun, and this is just basically a belly tail gun, which is more reminiscent of the one from the TV show. Now, I will admit that I did do a little painting on this. These ends here are completely white, and I did add a little black dot here, along with some gold around, gold first with a black dot, because if you would like to, they don't show you this in any of the instructions. You can, and it can fit in here. I don't have any blues parts, so I can't tell you if these are blues compatible, but that is what it is. So the first gun configuration we have is this gun. Woo! Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, even though you do have this gun, this section does get in the way. You could also turn it around and do it like this. After all, it's your toy. Do it as you wish. Well, you want to switch this around like so. So, pew pew, bang bang, and more pew pew, bang bangs. Another option you do actually have, and this is my personal option, is if you want to do it that way, you can take this section, put it here, take that right there, and voila, small gun on top. I think it looks a lot better this way. Like I said, this is options, and options are good. Now let's get Cheetor's tail in here. Here we have Cheetor's tail, which will become your new gun. First, we'll take this part, and we'll just push in that peg. It is a tight fit, and boy, I do like that fit. Next, we take this part with the angle heading this way, so it matches up. In this little peg hole, simply just peg it on in, and voila! There we have it. Unfortunately, I do not like this gun. This mode. I really don't. It's not my most recommended mode for the simple fact that this gets in a way of a lot of posability. This entire tail. I mean, you could just, even if you had it, you know, like this, you still have a lot of, you could just rearrange it and have a little bit more posability, but honestly, gun. That's what you got. You got gun here. Now, let's see. Now let's see how he looks. A Come on. Now not wanting to stand. There we go. Sorry guys, the only way I could get a good view is if I have it, close up. I cannot zoom out or zoom in, so we'll have to deal with this as it is. So let's go ahead and get him so we can actually see the issues with the Cheetor. Now I'm putting it in the wrong areas. It's not twist. And I have to say, the gold paint on here is really done well. This is really nice. As you can see, you have to stretch out his arm completely out. And make sure it has upright. Right there, and yeah, doesn't exactly scream I'm a fierce cheater. But you get one pew pew bang bang, and I'm personally gonna let me push this all the way through. Horrible review, I know. Instead of just pushing it all the way through, I push it all the way out. Whoa. As you can tell, that's what that holds back. I'm personally going to take a little super glue and just glue it together. I know I can. Give me a second, it's one in a pipe with me now that it's on camera. There we go. Keeps that in nice and stable, and voila. This way, this doesn't plop all the way around, and now we could just go ahead and place this into Cheetor's hand. And I have to say, the one issue I have about this gun is right here. Too loose. These aren't tight enough, so if you have some, adding the extra paint here should actually make this a lot tighter on moving, so that'll be better. But you get your pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. Now it does have some storage ability in robot. I know this is the most horrible review. It does have some posability. So you have your double pew pew bang bangs. Now, the alternative mode, which I personally prefer, let's get rid of all of this, is now that we'll cut this apart. I'll just pull it out from the front and place it into the back. Now they don't show you this, but you do have this option, which, this is kind of loose, which you could just add some, I would say in here, a little bit of, I hear floor polish is what they use, other reviewers use, so I don't know, I don't have it. Personally, I use a piece of paper, so there's that. And if it was up to me, I would have it. I'm going to try to get some more of these pieces, 5mm boards, and I'm going to glue that all back together. I'm going to modify this heavily up onto what I think would be a much better design, just ever so slightly. So, here we go, and voila, kind of. Yep, as you can see, some things just don't want to stay in after you move them so much. So a little bit of glue on that will be perfectly fine, and some glue on this, that'll be great, and we will be hunky-dory. And I'm pretty sure... Nope. Good. That's all glued in well. And voila. Now I'm going to make sure we get that tight. Well, this is the secondary gun mode that I do like, but as you can see, way too loose. If you don't tighten it up, it falls off. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to take this piece, simply just going to attach it here, and leave it like this. And we'll be right back with Beast Mode Cheetor. And we are back with Beast Mode Cheetor. So what we're gonna do is simply... Alright, let's see if I remember this. Yep. With this piece here, this piece will go in here. We'll spread out. We're gonna be spreading out Cheetor's legs. We'll push it in there. This will simply slide in to here as we are pushing that in top. And voila. Okay. Right. Squeeze up the legs. Add on the tail. And if you want, you could add some more spots to this because, you know, Cheetor's tail has a lot more spots here, but to each their own. If you want to do it, that's up to you. And last but not least, we just add this here. Again, I do not like how loose that is. I am going to tighten up some things around here. Of course, now that we're doing a review, it's on camera. Nothing wants to stay on the way it's supposed to. I know you don't want to be exposed like this, Cheetor, on camera. And yes, I do have gap fillers. There's not much to them. You could get some over at cybertronsurgery.com, which are better than the ones that I personally purchased. And oh my bloody hell. Okay, that's not going to want to stay on. I'm going to use a redneck solution, which is add a little paper. Where it gives my tightness I need. There we go. There we go. And voila. Now let's just get them to stand upright. And there we have it. Complete and complete compartment. And I don't know about you guys. I don't want to meet this Cheetor whenever he's running around with a big gun underneath his belly. Now, this does actually have an alternative weapon mode where you could just flip this up and push it in like so. And have pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, Cheetor mode. And this will be glued on. I do apologize, it just started falling off. Something to note for those of you purchasing this. Other than that, it's pretty good. A little tightening up here in the, add a little gold paint around this and push it in. And that should tighten up everything you need for this joint here. There should be a secondary one of these pegs, which is just starting to come out. So we need 2 pegs. It needs 2 pegs like this, another peg like this to go inside this half. Yeah, this half should be perfectly fine, so it does not interfere with this half. Voila. And this needs an additional layer in order to be properly 5mm port ready. Other than that, I really like it. And you can see why I added the little dot. It actually looks like a gun firing instead of just pure white. Add a little extra paint to it here and there, and you have a great weaponry system. and a great look for Cheetor. And I understand that this looks phallic and funny, but all in all, very enjoyable. Would actually recommend buying. Just note that your mileage may vary pending. So, I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys learned something, that I am horrible at reviews. Not only that this is a entertaining little upgrade. Minor quirks here and there, but it's 3D printed. It's not exactly what you get. Can't always guarantee it will be perfect. Quality control could be a little bit better, but hey, it is what it is, and I love it. I absolutely love this. And I mean, honestly, what guy wouldn't, what person wouldn't love a big gun under their belly? He's a Cheetor of death now. Rawr. Alright. Have fun, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time with the next Cheetor upgrade, which are going to be some claws and turning this into a sword, which I think is a better ideal than turning it into a tail gun. Alright, I'll see you guys then. So long, goodbye, see you next time.